So there was a mishap between Taraji P Henson and Keith Lee at the BET Awards. Let's talk about it.
Oh, it's good. Good and terrible.
I love Brotha T.
How you doing? This is Taraji Wilson, aka your boy Brotha T, here with another one. So I like to thank you and welcome to the New Life Tree, where we like to give you little pine cones of wisdom for your motivation and mental health. If you don't know what that is, stick around, stay on the channel, you'll get it. Remember, I don't know everything, but I might know a lot of things.
You serious?
So today we're going to talk about what happened at the BET Awards. So the awards were going as planned, I assume. And Taraji P Henson, I guess they do these little skits or whatever you want to call them between awards and between this and that, you know, and they're fun and they're quite cool. So Taraji is going through the audience. She's handing out roses to people and she's, you know, making little jokes and everything's going smooth. So she gets to the front row and seated there is Keith Lee and his wife. And then another influencer by the name of Jordan. And she actually mistakes Keith Lee as Method Man with his wife, I think. And then starts talking to Jordan Hewlett because she thought he was Keith Lee. After everybody pointed out, hey, you know, that's not the right guy. And I think Jordan told her, hey, no, that's that guy right there. So, you know, she kind of like, oh, you know, and then she backs up and she talks to Keith Lee when she pretty much, you know, kind of lightly flirts with him. Some people say his wife was, you know what I'm saying? And after that, she tells the person to hand him his rose, and she kind of slips in the last little thing at the end saying, call me. And that's what happened. All right. So with that said, Keith Lee, after that, made a short little post where he dropped that rose on the ground. And this is what he said. Our name will be known in every room it's supposed to be, when it's supposed to be, and how it's supposed, with no confusion. God is amazing. Now, after that, he deleted that post. Then Taraji responded. So she says, life really is too short for this behavior. He wasn't in his seat. They gave celebrity assigned seats. I rehearsed all damn day to go hit my mark, and that young man wasn't in his seat, so he missed his moment. His ego is hurt. He will be fine. I cleaned it up at the end of the show. No love lost here. Hashtag God bless. So who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? In my opinion, neither one of them were actually wrong, if that makes sense. Because Taraji, you know, if there was a mistake on the producer's part, then it's an honest mistake. She thought he was going to be in the third seat. He was in the first seat. That could be a mistake. And what people aren't pointing out is that Taraji is in her 50s. She looks great, by the way. Hey, I'll call you if you want me to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't kick you out the room. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, she is, you know, and I'm in my mid 40s. So sometimes we aren't really up to date on every influencer that's within the last couple of years, right? Sometimes we are made aware through maybe our kids, or we'll see a young person, we'll be like, who is that? You know, and we'll get up on that person that way. I'll tell you, a year and a half ago, maybe about a year and a half ago, I didn't know who Keith Lee was. I did about a year and a half ago come up and I said, oh, this guy is cool. For those that don't know, Keith Lee was a MMA fighter, I think he fought in Bellator for a little while, and he retired from that to do TikTok food videos, became big. I mean, it blew up. As Martin used to say on the Martin Show, blew up. You know what I'm saying? He got to a point where he was one of the biggest influencers on TikTok, on that whole platform. So he gets his props. However, Taraji's, she has a couple years on me even. And if I just found out a year and a half ago, maybe she's just out of the loop and didn't know what you look like. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Hewlett as well. He's becoming a big guy. You know, he has millions of followers on YouTube. I found out through my research. I had to look up the guy. He looked familiar, but I didn't, know who he was necessarily for this video. And I went on there, and it's cool stuff. He had to he was doing videos. A lot of them had to do with fast food as well, and it was kind of cool. You know what I mean? I got it. When I saw it, I said, "Oh, I understand." Sometimes it's not all about the high production value in terms of what it looks like and sounds like. Sometimes it's just the personalities. People fall in love with personalities these days. It's not just the production. Production helps, but it's not just production. So I think that intergenerational thing was one reason why she just didn't know who he was by face. Now, if the producer wanted the right thing to happen, all you had to do is pass out a picture. This is what Keith Lee looks like. This is what Jordan Hewlett looks like. Just so you know. So if that kind of thing happens, you can, well, that's clearly not him. That's the guy from the picture. And you can say that mentally, and then you can go back to the right person. Now, I just want to say to Keith Lee, now, you're not necessarily wrong in feeling a certain way. You said you want to be recognized when you're supposed to, how it's supposed to, and all this and that. What I want you to do is, this is just from one brother to another. He's from my hometown of Detroit, so I'm going to give you that Detroit love. But at the same time, I'm going to give you that Detroit advice from an OG, right? I'm considered an OG in the game at this point, right? So I'm going to tell you right now that sometimes you're not going to be recognized by everybody, especially if they come from a different generation. However, and I'm not saying you're wrong in feeling how you want to feel, because I understand that you started doing TikTok, originally as a way to get over certain anxiety and certain social issues. However, you have to recognize a chance, an opportunity. And I'm not saying you don't recognize opportunities, because, you do quite well, I'm sure. I'm sure you do. You know what I mean? But you have to recognize the situation, recognize the opportunity to get even bigger with a whole new generation who don't know who you are. Everybody's not going to know you. Don't take offense because a person doesn't know you. Understand that you were at an award show. Okay? You were an MMA fighter that started doing TikTok. That TikTok rose to 16 million followers. You're at the BET Awards with a beautiful woman, which is your wife. You get hit on by a beautiful woman, which is Taraji. When Taraji's hitting on you, your wife takes exception to it. Bruh, you winning. Understand that you winning all the way around. I know sometimes, when you go through certain anxieties and when you have certain social things going on, mentally you don't really see everything for what it is. And I'm just sitting here telling you that you winning in every way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter if the producers messed up the seating, if they moved your seats and put you in the right. That doesn't matter. That was an opportunity to take it to the next level. Like you would have to take it to the next level. You had 16 million subscribers. This is your man, Taraji Wilson. Nobody was in the wrong necessarily. Nobody was in the right. I think Keith Lee, should have handled it differently. You should have made the posts dropping the rose. I mean, just take the rose, man. You won. You winning in life right now. You're winning. Understand, I think you have a couple of beautiful kids with your wife. You're winning, bro. You're winning on all levels. Trust me, there are people in a way worse position than you right now, and they'll trade with you in a minute. You can make or break a restaurant just by going to it, man. You winning, bro. You winning. So I wish both of them luck. Taraji, of course, she looked beautiful and she did a great job, even though I don't really watch the BET Awards like that anymore. It's just, it's too, they done went far left with me. I don't really, that's not my thing anymore. However, I recognize that she does a good job on those shows. So this is your boy Terrion Wilson, aka Brotha T. Recognize opportunities out there, and I'm gonna catch you later on the next one. Peace. Peace out to Keith Lee and Jordan Howlett too. He has 4 million on YouTube as well. See you later.